Have you ever wondered about the exhilarating, tire-smoking, and occasionally perilous history of the Dodge Viper? It's a sports car so legendary, it could make the Grim Reaper rethink his retirement plans. Buckle up as we embark on a journey through time, revving up for a tale filled with audacious engineering, fierce competition, and a dash of devil-may-care attitude. I'm Keith, and this is History Wonder. Our story begins in the early 1990s, a decade known for its grunge music, flannel shirts, and a few quirky automotive innovations. Amid this backdrop, Dodge, ever the purveyor of bold ideas, decided that what the world needed was a car that could both make your heart race and your boss question your life choices. Enter the Dodge Viper, which roared into existence in 1992. Conceived by the brilliant but slightly eccentric minds at Chrysler, the Viper was a car with a singular vision: to be the most unapologetically loud and powerful sports car on the planet. Its development began with a simple, if somewhat reckless idea. Take a V10 truck engine, stuff it into a sleek, low-slung sports car, and watch the magic unfold. The first prototype, known as the Viper RT10, was a revelation. It had a 400 horsepower engine, which for the time was like strapping a rocket to a go-kart because it handled about that well. The car's designers, driven by a mix of genius and stubbornness, decided that creature comforts like windows and air conditioning were optional. After all, who needs to be comfortable when you're piloting a vehicle that feels like it's made of pure adrenaline? By 1993, the Dodge Viper RT10 hit the streets, and its arrival was nothing short of cinematic. It was like the automotive equivalent of a rock concert, loud, exhilarating, and somewhat dangerous. The Viper quickly became known for its blistering performance and its ability to make any driver feel like a hero, or more accurately, a daredevil, because, well, it wanted to kill you. One particularly memorable story from this era involves a Viper owner who, while attempting to show off his new car at a local car meet, accidentally engaged the rear-wheel drive and promptly performed what can only be described as an unplanned yet spectacular donut display. The event was captured on video, earning the owner a minor internet fame and a lifetime supply of most epic burnout awards. The Viper's reputation for raw power and minimal refinement became its trademark. It was often described as a driver's car, a phrase that roughly translates to, if you can handle this beast, you're either incredibly skilled or incredibly brave. With its high-performance tires and high-revving engine, the Viper could go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in under 5 seconds, making it a favorite among those who enjoyed the thrill of a high-speed ride without the inconvenience of things like practicality or subtlety. As the 2000s dawned, the Dodge Viper found itself at a crossroads. It was becoming increasingly clear that its minimalist approach might not have been the best fit for a world that was slowly embracing technology and comfort. So Dodge decided it was time for a makeover, a midlife crisis of sorts, but with more horsepower and fewer toupees. In 2003, the Viper received a significant redesign. The new model, known as the SRT10, was a leap forward in terms of performance and, believe it or not, comfort. It still didn't have things like cup holders or a proper stereo system, because who needs music when you have the symphony of a roaring V10? However, it did come with a more refined suspension system and better aerodynamics. The SRT10 was essentially the Viper's way of saying, yes, I'm still crazy, but now I'm also a little bit grown up. One of the most notable features of the SRT10 was its updated design, which included a more aggressive front end and a rear end that looked like it was ready to pounce on anything in its path. The new model was capable of producing 500 horsepower, and it wasn't shy about showing it off. The Viper became a symbol of unapologetic performance, and it wasn't long before it started making waves in the racing world. If the Viper was known for anything beyond its raw power, it was its performance on the racetrack. The Viper was a formidable competitor in various racing series, most notably in the American Le Mans Series ALMS. Its racing pedigree was built on a foundation of sheer speed and tenacity, with the Viper taking home numerous wins and proving itself as a worthy adversary to established racing legends. However, no epic tale is complete without a worthy rival, and the Viper's main nemesis was none other than the Chevrolet Corvette. The rivalry between the Viper and the Corvette was like watching a high-stakes game of poker where both players were all in, each trying to outdo the other with bigger engines, faster lap times, and bolder designs. In a memorable 2005 race, the Viper and the Corvette faced off in a dramatic showdown. The Viper, with its characteristic growl, was ahead for most of the race, but the Corvette pulled off a last-minute maneuver that had fans on the edge of their seats. The result was a nail-biting finish that cemented the Viper's reputation as both a fierce competitor and a crowd favorite. By the late 2000s, the Viper was once again in need of a fresh dose of excitement. Dodge, ever the innovator, decided that the best way to breathe new life into the Viper was to make it even more extreme. Enter the Viper ACR, or American Club Racer, which was essentially a street-legal race car designed to take on the track with minimal fuss and maximum performance. The Viper ACR was a marvel of engineering, featuring a stripped-down interior, enhanced aerodynamics, and a rear wing that looked like it could double as a small airplane. With a staggering 600 horsepower, the ACR was capable of achieving lap times that made other supercars tremble. It was the kind of car that made you feel like you were not only driving, but actually commanding a beast of speed and fury. One of the most famous stories involving the Viper ACR was its attempt to set a new record at the Nürburgring Nordschleife, known as the Green Hell. The ACR, with its aggressive stance and race-ready setup, took on the treacherous track with remarkable tenacity. The result? A new record for the fastest lap time for a production car, which sent shockwaves through the automotive community and reaffirmed the Viper's place in the pantheon of performance vehicles. In 2017, Dodge announced that it was retiring the Viper. The decision was met with a mix of sadness and nostalgia, as car enthusiasts everywhere lamented the end of an era. The Viper's final years were marked by special edition models, including the Final Edition Viper, which celebrated the car's legacy with unique colors and trim options. The farewell tour for the Viper was a celebration of everything that made it great. Dodge hosted a series of events and showcases to honor the car's remarkable history, with fans and collectors coming together to bid adieu to their beloved beast. The final Vipers rolled off the production line with a sense of finality and a touch of bittersweetness, leaving behind a legacy that would be remembered for years to come. Though the Dodge Viper is no longer in production, its legacy endures in the hearts of car enthusiasts and in the annals of automotive history. The Viper is remembered as a car that defied convention, embraced raw power, and celebrated the thrill of driving with unapologetic exuberance. The Viper's impact extends beyond its performance. It influenced the design and engineering of sports cars, inspiring a new generation of vehicles that sought to capture some of the Viper's spirit. The car's distinctive design, roaring engine, and track-ready performance set a standard for what a high-performance sports car could be. As we look back on the history of the Dodge Viper, we see a tale of audacity, innovation, and relentless pursuit of excellence. From its humble beginnings to its grand finale, the Viper has left an indelible mark on the world of automotive history. It's a reminder that sometimes the most memorable legends are those that embrace their uniqueness and drive with unrestrained passion. Thanks for watching.